No one did it his way more than Scott Davidson, whether it was by decorating his Chevy Malibu with a wreath and Christmas lights or diving 10 feet across the floor for a loose ball. He attacked life with gusto and bravado. As a 4-year player, Scott was a member of 2 CUNY championship teams, both which received bids to the NCAA tournament. As a senior, he played on my first team here as head coach at the College of Staten Island. Scott played with more energy and tenacity than any player I've ever coached. On the court, Scott's passion and pride were his defense. He was determined to disrupt opponents' offenses. The term reckless abandon does not do him justice. Away from the court, he was relaxed with a sharp wit and great sense of humor. No one was safe from his good-natured sarcasm. At the end of his senior year, whenever I brought a new recruit for a campus visit, I always tried to find out where Scott was. Then I would go the other way, because I never knew what he was going to say. But Scott usually found us and put his foot in my mouth. I know that he got a big kick out of that. With Scott, I learned to expect the unexpected. Scott, thank you for being part of our family. And I would like to present Scott's jersey, number 15, to his children, Peter and Casey, their mom, Amy, and his mother, Carla. A picture is worth 1,000 words. It's self-explanatory when you think of Tommy Hannafin. When you look at a photo of Tommy as a player, you need to look no further than his eyes. They glare at you and express the desire, concentration, and control of a competitor, someone who never took a possession off. It was a privilege for me to have had the opportunity to play with Tommy for 3 seasons. At CSI, he became an integral part of our success. Tommy played on 2 CUNY championship teams, 1 NCAA team, 1 ECAC championship team. Tommy was the ultimate team player, a great defensive player who usually guarded the other team's best player. But it was his ability to play all phases of the game that made him so valuable. A leader, both on and off the court. He loved being surrounded by his friends and family. Tommy was the guy who organized post-game celebrations, weekend trips, and cruises with teammates, friends, and family. He loved to laugh and smile and needed no reason to celebrate other than to spend time with loved ones. He always had proof of his excursions because he always seemed to have his camera nearby. Years later, when former teammates went to Tommy's house, the photo albums always found their way out. Whether in a game, on a cruise, on the beach, or at home, you could tell by the look in Tommy's eyes, he was right where he wanted to be. Tommy, thank you for being part of our family. I would like to present Tommy's jersey number 25 to his children, Kayla and Thomas, and their mom, Renee. Before we conclude, I'd like to say thank you to the Brook basketball team for sharing this day with us. I would also like to thank Terrance, Scott, and Tommy's friends and family for the support you have given today. At the conclusion of today's game, I would like to invite the families and friends to a reception in the conference room on the 2nd floor across from the racquetball courts. I would like to remind you that as a continuing tribute to Terrance, Scott, and Tommy, that CSI will host a tournament beginning December 2002. And finally, I believe the measure of a person is how they have touched people's lives. It is obvious today that these three heroes have deeply touched the lives of each one of us. In a show of appreciation to Terrance, Scott, and Tommy, I ask you to please stand and give them one last round of applause. Thank you very much.